Marcus Garvey, the man, the legend. It wasn't just literary authors and musicians that reached out to African Americans during the Harlem Renaissance, but also politicians. Marcus Garvey is viewed as one of the most influential of his time. A people without the knowledge of their history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Words spoken by a true legend of the Harlem Renaissance, Marcus Garvey. Everywhere Marcus Garvey traveled in his 53 years of life, the one commonality he noticed is that whenever African Americans existed in the same environment as white men, they were looked down upon and treated poorly. Garvey used this platform to reach millions of African Americans and to persuade them they deserve equality at all costs. Tools that Garvey utilized to reach African Americans included the organization Universal Negro Improvement Association, or the UNIA, he formed to unite African Americans all over the country to build solidarity among black people to improve the quality of life. Garvey used his knowledge and experience in the world of print and public speaking to reach millions of African Americans. Garvey also was the founder of the Black Star Line, a shipping line created to employ African American in job roles normally offered to white people, and also to enable any African Americans who wanted to seek refuge in Africa to do so at a reasonable cost. Garvey would use each of these ideas to improve the lives of Negroes everywhere. In 1914, Garvey and his wife Amy co-founded the organization Universal Negro Improvement Association. His goal was to bring the world's entire population of African Americans under one great government, reliable only on themselves. Garvey held the first UNIA convention in Harlem, New York in 1920, and more than 25,000 supporters showed up. Resulting from his hard work, UNIA went on to open over 1,100 branches in over 40 countries, most of them right here in the United States. With all his knowledge and experience in print, Garvey wasted no time in publishing great works of literature that he used to reach out to anyone looking for not only a way to improve their life, but also for them to hold the white man accountable for their troubles. His poem A Black Man's Speech to a White Man in America, 1935, addressed a white man's opinion of the common black man. Garvey also states that though the white man looks down and oppresses the black man will rise in victory one day as the white man burns in hell. In Garvey's essay, The Dream of a Negro Empire, he explains to the readers that reestablishing life in Africa will not be to conquer the natives of Africa, but to work with them as equals to create a peaceful existence where everyone is successful. In the essay titled The Propaganda of Our Enemy, Marcus Garvey cautions the black man to be aware of the white man's agenda. He claims the white man will capitalize on the Negro's dream of a better life for his own personal gain. In 1919, Marcus Garvey, supported by his followers with the UNIA, founded the Black Star Line, a shipping line created for the beneficial gain of the Negro population. First and foremost, Marcus Garvey wanted a place that would employ African Americans in positions normally denied them in what is considered a white man's world. Another purpose of the shipping line was to transport manufactured goods, materials, and produce among Negro-owned businesses throughout the North American continent. Finally, Garvey wanted to provide African Americans with the means in which to return to Africa, where he wanted to continue his dream of setting up a nation where they lived in peace and equality. In closing, Marcus Garvey was a great pioneer during the Harlem Renaissance. Reaching out to African Americans worldwide through print, speeches, and organizations was a symbol of potential among black people, not just in Harlem, New York, but around the world. He gave African Americans a vision of not only what they were capable of, but that regardless of how they were treated, they were equals and deserved the same peace and success practiced by the white man every day. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. No truer words were ever spoken.